Hello and welcome back to another video on the Three Kick Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Jack Peskett and today I'll be talking to you about the West Ham versus Tottenham game. This is a new series called Total Tottenham I'll be running on the channel after every game. As you saw yesterday, Nathan Newington's Scouting Saints series started, and tomorrow Ryan Shepherd's Manchester United series will also be starting. So if you enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe, leave a comment on any opinions that you have about Tottenham, and let's get into the game. Let's get into the first half. I have my notes here just to make sure I don't miss anything. But West Ham made two changes to their side with Antonio and Fornells coming into the team, and also Spurs with Reguilon coming back at left back as Davis picked up an injury and Kane returning to the side after missing out on Thursday. Tanganga actually kept his place after a really underrated performance against Man City. Even though we lost 3-0, he was exceptional. I feel really under the radar defender at the moment. And Dele Alli and Gareth Bale were both on the bench for the game today. West Ham are the form team in the league, it's fair to say. Probably the third most informed team behind behind Man City and Leicester. And obviously after the last game, we don't want no more mistakes. That was hopefully the thinking going into the game, as we dropped 3 goals in 10 minutes in the 3-3 draw. Lloris could have made his 100th clean sheet today for Spurs, but obviously didn't. Great. Obviously, and this was also the 50th league meeting between the two teams and Mourinho's 50th game in charge of Spurs, which is quite an interesting stat. West Ham started the game by passing it back to Craig Dawson, who smashed it long, typical. And then there was promising signs for Spurs early on as Reguilon and Son were really trying to interlink play together, intertwine the passes and stuff. And then within 5 minutes, West Ham scored. Really poor goal to concede. Bowen crossed it into the box. Defensive mix-up between Sanchez, Dyer and Tanganga. Hit Lloris. Antonio on the rebound was 1-0. Dyer tried to blame Tanganga for the goal. I thought it was quite harsh because he was playing right back. You know, the ball was in the box. It's the centre-back's job to clear the ball. Sanchez was about 3 or 4 yards up too high. And there could have been a foul in the build-up. Souček bodying Reguilon to the floor. Nothing was given. VAR checked it. The goal stood. So 5 minutes in, West Ham 1, Tottenham 0. Happy days. Kidding. West Ham then dominated the game for a few minutes, and then Højbjerg had to make a critical block to stop another one going in. And then the camera cut to Mourinho on the side. He looked really angry already after about 7 or 8 minutes. And then finally, after 9 minutes, Spurs had their first attack with a Lamela cross, which was cleared, unfortunately. And then Spurs gave the ball away in their own third, which West Ham tried to counter with Lingard and Antonio, but the ball was just too much for Antonio to get onto. And then the 13th minute, from a corner, Lamela countered, ran about 50 yards up the pitch, which led to Kane smashing it over the bar. Still 1-0 to West Ham. Really poor start. 15 minutes in, Dyer's played 3 long balls so far, lost them every single time. He needs to go from this team. He needs to be dropped. You can't keep losing possession 3 times in 15 minutes from the same pass. And then there was a clash of heads in the box from a Spurs corner. Souček and Sanchez. Souček had blood running down his face. He loved it. He ran down the tunnel to get treatment. You know, he was smiling about it. But unfortunately for Sanchez, it didn't knock any sense into him as he made a mistake for the second goal, which I will talk about in the second half. Souček returns as West Ham were dominating with 10 men. Typical Spurs at this point, just sitting off, not really applying any pressure to the game, which they need to do. And then you see Ndombele getting frustrated at the lack of movement he's trying to create. He's probably our main playmaker at the moment, bar Kane. Yeah, you can see him getting annoyed at everybody going forward. They're making the same straight line run and they just get marked because West Ham are shutting them out. And then Lucas took a shot from a corner which actually beat the running track and hit row A. If you know the layout of West Ham Stadium, there's a big gap between the goal and row A. So well done to Lucas Moura hitting the first row. And then after 36 minutes, there were still no shots on target for Spurs. Really poor, I think, today, especially in the first half. But we have to just keep going. So Spurs ended the first half with 70% possession and 10 shots. I didn't see them, but apparently they were there. Let's get into the second half. So Spurs started with a double change. Bale and Doherty came on for Tanganga and Lamela. Bit of an unlucky change, I feel. Both players that came off had an impact one way or another. Lamela was our only real attacking force in the first half, and Tanganga had a good game at right back. He's not a right back, he's a centre back. That's why he doesn't go forward as much. But, you know, it's all about opinion, isn't it? Then 47th minute, goal, 2-0, Jesse Lingard. Lovely, great start to the second half. Sanchez and Dyer looking like Dumb and Dumber. Get them out. Where's Toby? Where's Roden? Why isn't Tanganga playing centre-back? Why didn't we sign another defender in January? We have the money, we had the chance to. Didn't happen. Everyone's Jose out. It's not his fault. Levy doesn't want to spend the money. 52nd minute, we had our first attack. Fabianski dealt with it well. And then immediately after that, Souček was booked for fouling Kane. Sanchez then tried to copy Lucas Moura and actually beat him by hitting the ball into row F. So shout out to Sanchez, having another amazing Spurs performance. Great, can't wait to see you play on Thursday, mate. And then a bit of positivity as Bale looked better on the ball. Movement, productivity, involvement. You know, Jermaine Genius talking about he's only in gear 4. Well, he's improved that today, looking much sharper on the ball. His off the ball running was good as well. Hopefully he improves that over the next coming weeks, you know, because he's getting paid a stupid amount of money each week to do nothing. So let's just see if he can improve over the next coming weeks. 64th minute from a Gareth Bale corner. Lucas Moura heads home from a tight angle. 2-1. Is it game on? Hopefully so. We'll have to see. Poor marking from the West Ham defenders. Shows they are breakable, you know, when the pressure is on. But we have to see how the game goes. And then 66, Højbjerg tried to fight Fornals because Fornals hit him with a ball in the face from a throwing. And then, interestingly enough, Kane had the ball on the right, crossed it in to where Kane should be to score. But when you've only got one Harry Kane, we need a team of Harry Kanes, basically. Should be Lucas or Son or Bale getting the ball into that area. But no, it's Kane, our striker, being a playmaker. And then the ball goes out for a throw-in. Mourinho tries to grab the ball as quick as he can to get us going. Turns out it's a West Ham throw-in. Really good stuff. Wrong decision in my opinion from the ref, but what can you do? There's no VARs from a throw-in. Who wants VAR? Antonio then got booked. And then Lucas again had another opportunity. This time beats the running track, hits Westfield Shopping Centre. Lovely. Good job, mate. It's so inconsistent at times. It's unbelievable. And then Fornals was booked for a foul on Ndombele. Then we hit the 77th minute. The Spurs changed to a 3-4-3 with Doherty becoming the centre half. Bale then hit the bar from a great effort. It was like a half volley after Kane set the ball back. Kane should have played the ball a bit earlier. Ali and Son were running in, but you can't change the pass. Play stops as Kufau and Fabianski clashed. Like a pretty bad collision. The ref didn't notice the blood on Souček's face for the last half an hour, but you know, what can you do? Doherty then became an overlapping centre-back, like we're Sheffield United. I hope we're not Sheffield United, because they're crap. They're bottom. But we don't want to be another Sheffield United, do we now? And then, towards the end of the game, Spurs put 9 men forward for a corner. West Ham still cleared it. That just summed up the performance today, I think. Just not good enough in the final third. We should have buried our chances. The 90th minute, just before there was 5 minutes added on, Spurs started to pass the ball back. Well, why? You're 2-1 down, just lump it forward, look for a flicker on. It worked against West Brom that time. Why not do it against West Ham? It's just not good enough. And then the 92nd minute, there was a deflection, off Son, hit the post. Still remains 2-1, unlucky. And then, which annoyed me in the 93rd minute, as the game comes to a close, in the final third, Dele Alli tries to do a flick, loses the ball, stands still, doesn't chase it back. And that is why he's not in the team every week, because he does stuff like that. Oh, get Ali back in, the fans are saying. Well, his attitude isn't good enough. When you're 2-1 down, you don't flick it. You shouldn't flick it at all. Why are you flicking it? Like, just pass it. 2 touches, you're a professional footballer. One out your feet, put it around the side. Someone could have been in, but no, he flicked it. And then our final chance of the game, the 94th minute, Son took a shot, missed by about 55 yards, and that was really it. That was the game. West Ham 2, Tottenham 1. Frustrating one to watch, because we had the chances to steal the game and win it, maybe 3-2. But let's move on to Thursday as Tottenham play Wolfsberger in the Europa League leg round. And that was my Tottenham Hotspur West Ham review. A poor game from my point of view as a Spurs fan. But if you enjoyed the video, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Are you Jose in? Are you Jose out? Who would you sign in the summer? Stay tuned for Ryan's video tomorrow about Manchester United. And then there's going to be videos a lot this week. There'll be a Southampton one on Wednesday, possibly. another Spurs one on Thursday. You get the point. We're trying to upload one after every game, a quick little review. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, look at our links in our bio, and I will see you next time.